Hi, everyone, and welcome to English 410 Technical Writing. I'm William Repetto, and I'll be your instructor for this course. In this first video, I just wanted to go over the syllabus and the expectations for the course, so I will bring it up on my screen now. As you can see, it starts off with just some basic information about the course. Just some things to note here is that I will be available for in-person office hours if you need them. My office is in room 213 in Memorial Hall. You can set that up by appointment. And virtual student hours, I can hold those also, which you can set up by appointment, and we'll use this Zoom link here. It starts with just some information about me, who I am, that I'll be around campus researching and teaching this summer. So again, just reach out if you need anything at all. And also that this course is developed around my own scholarly interest in technical and professional communication. I'm working on a dissertation right now that really looks at the kind of technical writing that happens in academic workplaces. So I study some of the boring stuff like meeting minutes, student handbooks, and especially syllabi. So we'll look at some examples of this, but I hope that generally this course will introduce you to the technical writing tasks that you might encounter in your career, whatever that might be. So here's our course description. We're just going to start by defining technical writing and thinking about how it surrounds us every day. From there, we'll think about ourselves as consumers of technical writing, but also think about the technical writing process for ourselves. And then once that foundation is set, we'll get into some of the newer things in technical writing scholarship, like the social justice turn, information about spatial orientations and so-called hip-hop pedagogy. And we'll flesh that out at the end to think about ethics, authenticity, the workplace. And then we'll finish the semester off by thinking about globalization, genre, and the future of writing. As a prerequisite, you should have taken English 110 already. The delivery, again, you kind of already know this, but will be asynchronous and online. All of your discussions and assignments will be on Canvas. These lectures will be on YouTube, but I'll link them to the Canvas site as well so that you can find them. Here's a couple of learning objectives just to keep in the back of your mind throughout the semester. I'm hoping you'll be able to define technical writing for yourself and articulate where you see it going as we go further into the 21st century. You should be able to identify the myriad types of technical writing that you might encounter in daily life, in the workplace, and in public, and understand how and why technical writing might be tailored, recycled, or reused. And lastly, we want to reconceptualize of technical writing in this class. I think the conventional understanding is that it's just detached, neutral, efficient writing, but hopefully I'll give you new perspectives throughout this course. And then lastly, I hope you'll be able to approach any technical writing task you might encounter beyond the bounds of our course. So those are the objectives. Keep them in the back of your mind. We might revisit them throughout the semester, but you should definitely be thinking about them with each assignment. As far as our required learning materials go, I've decided to use an open access textbook to save you a little bit of money. It's available here by a PDF download if you want to, or just access it online. And you'll see the assignments in the lectures and discussions below. Here's some technologies you'll use throughout the course. Obviously, Canvas, I hope you already know how to use it, but here's some more information here. And Zoom, again, we'll be meeting asynchronously, so we won't have to log on to Zoom, but if you do want those office hours, you'll need the Zoom information here. Another technology we'll use will be ChatGPT. We'll be using it in the final week of the course, so make sure to visit here to access it. You should be able to use it. You should be able to access it rather by using the Google credentials that are attached to your university account. So let me know if you have any trouble accessing it, but it should be relatively easy. I just have a disclaimer here. If you decide to use this tool for other assignments than the ones that ask you to use it, you have to include a disclaimer on your assignment that ChatGPT was used or consulted. And if you do use it, you'll have to submit a document with the full text of your ChatGPT interaction and another page-long reflection on how you perceive the relationship between your prompt and ChatGPT's output. So when you asked it a question, did it capture everything you wanted? What are the response's shortcomings? In other words, what could you add to it that maybe the software couldn't have thought of itself? And lastly, how could your prompt be improved? Like, how could you have written a better question for the software? And so again, just another disclaimer, but if you use ChatGPT and don't do these things, including the full interaction and the reflection, That'll be academic dishonesty in this course, for which you'll receive a failing grade for the course. So if you do use it, make sure to include your documentation. I think I'm right in saying that the only people who have really ever failed my course have been people who have participated in academic dishonesty. So keep an eye out for that. But we will be using the software later in the course to help us think about writing in the future. Last thing I'll ask you to use will be Canva. We'll do a tailoring a document to a one-page design in the second week of this course. Canva is a great tool for doing this. It can give you preset templates. You are welcome to use any tool you're comfortable with for design if you want, but that's the one I recommend. So again, student hours by appointment only. Reach out to me by email. My email is later in the document here, but you'll be getting a bunch of messages from me from Canvas too. So you'll know where to get a hold of me. Additional learning resources, the Writing Center. I didn't see their summer hours yet, but you can check their website here if you need any assistance from them. This is one to pay attention to a little bit. The learning assessment in this course is done a little bit differently on what's called a labor-based system. You can get some information about it here, but basically it removes bias from grading and really allows you to select your own grade for this course. So there's 3 possible grades in this course. Really, the C tier, if you just do the discussion posts and the weekly assignments each week, you'll receive a C. If you decide to, you can get up to a B by doing the discussion posts, the assignments, and also writing a weekly rationale. I'll give information on that below. And then you can get an A in this course by doing the discussion posts, the assignments, the rationales, plus a syllabus project at the end. Again, the details will be below. And so as I'm grading this course, as I'm grading your work rather, you'll get either complete or incomplete for each assignment. Only pass fail, in other words, but pass implies that you followed the instructions, that the work appears to be thought out, that it has awareness of the themes of the course, and that it looks like you actually put some work into it. And so you'll get a pass if you do all those things. You'll receive a fail for each assignment if it appears to be disorganized, thrown together last minute, or out of sync with what's going on in the course. Just as another additional disclaimer, it doesn't mean I won't provide qualitative feedback in your work. I will still go through every assignment. I'll participate in every discussion. I'll reflect on your rationales and obviously take a close look at the final assignment. So I will be giving you a lot of qualitative feedback, but as far as your grade goes, it will be either you completed the assignment or didn't complete the assignment, and you get to decide how much work you're going to do. And so those are the 3 possible grades. If you fail to do anything, obviously you'll receive a failing grade. But that's how it works. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. Here is just a note on the deliverables. So what I mentioned just there in the grading assessment. Each week I'll upload brief lectures. They'll be really short, hopefully shorter than this video, of about 6 to 12 minutes. And those will be tied to really brief readings that you should keep up with in the textbook that I put up above. They are really short readings, so please try to keep up. And then each week you'll have 3 discussion posts pertaining to the lectures and readings. You should make 3 comments on each thread. So your first post should be a conversation starter, a standalone. And I would like for you to do this by Friday of each week. That'll give everybody at least the weekend to respond in the discussion posts. And so that should be your other 2 posts, is responding to your classmates. So 1 conversation starter, 2 responses for each discussion post, and there will be 3 each week. Weekly assignments, you'll have 2 assignments each week. I'll ask you to produce different types of technical writing in each assignment. Just complete them and submit them on Canvas by the end of Sunday every week. Weekly rationales. So for those of you who do want to get to the B tier or the A tier in this course, you'll have to write an approximately 1-page rationale each week, reflecting on your growth as a technical writer. There's some questions here for you to consider. But basically just reflect on how you grew as a technical writer that week, what new things you learned about technical writing. You can also provide feedback on the course or the assignments, what you liked, what you disliked, and why. It says here you can take them pretty much in any direction you want, but the only real requirement is that you have to use direct examples, quotes, or paraphrases from the weekly discussions or your own assignments for these to be considered complete. So those will be due at the end of Sunday each week. The last thing, if you want to get an A in this course, we'll have a final project at the end. I'll have more details on this, certainly by week 2 or 3. But basically, you'll create a syllabus for a topic of your choosing by the end of the semester. I will ask you to think about a course description, what your preferred outcomes are for the course, and how you think assignments might be designed to test your hypothetical students. You won't have to create a full course calendar like you see here. That won't be necessary, but I will allow you to be formally inventive, meaning your syllabus doesn't have to look exactly like mine. It can be a design from Canva or something else you come up with, but it should actually be recognizable as a syllabus. That is what I will ask. So again, that's your grading. You get to pick how much work you want to do, how much you want to put in, and kind of pick your own grade really for this course. Lastly, here's the course calendar. I'll go into a little bit of detail with each week, but not too much here. The way to read this is that these bullet points are going to be my lectures, and then these will be the conversations or discussions on Canvas, and then these will be the readings or assignments due each week. And so in our first week, we're doing syllabus week right now in this conversation, and you'll see 2 other lectures with some discussion defining technical writing and how we see it around us every day. And then again, we'll have 2 assignments for you to complete. After that, as kind of mentioned in the description, we'll talk a little bit about the writing process, about the audience, and different ways of defining them. And again, 2 more assignments. Again, these are the ones that are kind of into technical and professional communication scholarship now. We have what's called the social justice turn in technical comm, and we also have discussions about spatial orientations and hip-hop pedagogy, which I think should turn into a really, really fun assignment here with some instructions on how to enjoy your favorite song. So I'm really looking forward to that one. But from there, we'll get a little bit into what's kind of the backdrop for technical writing, which is ethics, your own authenticity, and the context, meaning the workplace that you're writing in. So we'll think about some workplace genres of technical writing there. And then again, we'll go into the future of writing. How do we compose in one place, but think about global audiences as we post on the internet with increasing frequency? How do we think about genres and how do we study them? And then, as I mentioned, we will actually work with ChatGPT and think about what is the future of writing. So here you have your policy document. These are the things that you see ideally on most syllabi. Just some notes here for this course specifically, because it's a 5-week course. Even if you miss a single week, that would be a big deal. So you have to participate in every week to complete this course. 1 week would be the equivalent of like 3 weeks in a fall or spring session. So that's why it's such a big deal. Late work, I mostly won't really accept late work. You'll have to have really especially extraordinary circumstances because you have 7 days for each set of assignments and discussions. And so even if you miss a day or 2, you still should have plenty of time to complete the assignment. So if you do have especially extraordinary circumstances, please reach out to me. But for the most part, I'll expect you to be on time with everything. Yeah, just a quick note here on professional conduct in the discussion boards. Make sure you're professional. Any kind of harassment or trolling that I see will be discussed with you, but then referred to community standards and conflict resolution. So you know what to expect. My typical schedule for this course will be to have everything posted by Monday morning. From Monday through Wednesday, I'll assess your work from the previous week. So that's when you'll see a lot of your grades posted. Thursday and Fridays, I'll reflect on what topics seem important in the class discussion and what conversations coming up from the lectures. So from there, I'll develop the lectures for the next week, and then I'll record those lectures on Saturday so that everything is again up by Monday morning. So that's just my schedule. That's just what to expect as you're completing everything. Obviously, throughout the week, I'll be involved in the discussion, but that's when I'll really assess the rationales, the assignments. So that's when you'll see everything posted as far as what you completed on Canvas. Attendance, again, obviously we celebrate national holidays, religious holidays, and so on. I don't think it'll be a big deal in this course because again, you have 7 days for everything. So reach out if there's something I don't know about that might take up more time, but I don't expect that we'll have to really consult that policy. Communications for me, you'll see it in your Canvas inbox or from my email. There it is if you ever need to reach out. If you need alternate forms of communication, I'm happy to accommodate, but just let me know what your concerns are. Obviously, here at University of Delaware, we're all about student mental health and well-being. So should anything come up where that I should be aware of with your mental health or well-being, reach out and I can do my best to accommodate. Check in with your advisor, and you can see a lot of the well-being and counseling center information here. Here's the stuff. Again, you probably see this on every syllabus, but academic integrity I mentioned above. Yeah, I think I'm right in saying that the students who have failed my course really have only been students who participated in academic dishonesty. So don't plagiarize, don't steal from ChatGPT. And I almost assure you you'll pass this course as long as you keep up with the assignments mentioned above. Harassment and discrimination, we have ethics point for you to report any kind of harassment and discrimination you feel you're experiencing in the course, whether it's in the discussion threads or elsewhere. Again, you can always contact me first, but here are other resources for you as well. Disclosures on instances of sexual misconduct. Anything that comes up like that in our course will have to be reported to the Title IX coordinator. And again, you can find more information there. Accommodations for students with disabilities. I've hopefully designed this course so that everybody can access it. If I failed in doing that, especially on the basis of ability or disability, you're encouraged to address this with me, but you can also discuss it with the Office of Disability Support Services. You'll find all the information here as well. And again, non-discrimination statement. We pledge ourselves here to not discriminating on the basis of race, color, national origin, and so on. These are called protected characteristics. Ideally, if I've created this learning assessment correctly, there's not really any room for discrimination, because if you complete things and are on time, you kind of get to decide how much you want to do and which grade you want to get. So ideally, that won't come up at all in this course, but yeah, it's been designed with everyone's needs in mind, and I hope you'll get a lot out of it. So see lectures 1 and 2 for this week to get started on your discussions. And yeah, you'll also see those posted on Canvas as well. So welcome to the course, and I look forward to working with you all. Thanks.